Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Just a little short video. Yeah, you know me, short, but just day one of enhanced maintenance schedule after some trimming and some different changes today. So let me hone in and I'll show you what's going on. I trimmed the hair grass over here. You can see it's about 2 or 3 inches shorter than it was. I also trimmed a bunch of the any defective Corfifolia leaves in there. You see a bunch of new growth. It's looking really well. Here you see where I decorated the CPR overflow box with some hydrocotyle and some Anubias Petite. Here's my new Cryptocorinus parva that I hope will do well. Here's the storage line section that I trimmed several weeks ago. I did some more picking at it today and it is starting to come back. Here's a section behind it that was not trimmed, and here's one where I took some out for JJ, but that looks pretty well. Here's my Anubias Petite. It's doing really well, filling in, and it heads through and it goes all the way to the back. I'll show you from the back. It looks really good. I pulled a bunch of Araguaia out and gave it away, and there's still a ton of it in there. Once established, it does really well. You can see that the BBA on the wood is already starting to turn a little purple in the light. You'll see that'll get worse over the week. Here's my other tree with my Java and a bunch of Corfifolia. I trimmed a bunch in there as well. Here you see the only ET that I have. I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks that will really expand. You'll see. We come around the corner. You just see the ET again. Here's the hairgrass bellum, and originally I split what Tom sent me into 3 sections. There's 1, 2, and 3, and you see now that they're starting to connect some more now. So this is filling in, you know, albeit slowly, but I'm okay with it. Here is my downway. You can see a bunch of daughter plants. They are all still small. The crowns are very small, I think. They've shrunk from what Tom sent me, but oh well, what are you going to do? Here's another shot of the Corfifolia over here, looking pretty healthy. You know, I trimmed that as well. Here's the Java narrow and needle, all swaying in the really nice current from the MP40. Here's the Corfifolia from the other side. You can see it is starting to fill in. You know, it's better than it was the day before, and you know, it's just I just got to work on size, I guess, now. So here's, you see the start of the Petite. I still have to trim some. You can see some of these leaves here have, you know, some really ugly GSA and BBA on them, and I'll trim those all, and they'll all disappear. You know, I have a few up here as well, but eventually I'll get rid of all of the defective leaves. You can see the Araguaia from the back. And here's a nice thing where the Anubias now, you see where I removed a lot of moss that used to be back here, and you can see where the Petite goes right from the front and connects to the back right through the middle. So that really looks nice. I'm really happy with that. So you can see here just a ton of it. I'm really excited how that works. There's my dwarf bulbitis, which I keep pulling stuff off of, and it just really likes it being trimmed. I meant. Here's the Windelov that I'm growing out on the tree. Here's my Trident that I actually chopped a good amount off and gave it away, with more Corfifolia and more Petite. Here you see the MP40 and the outlet from the sump pump, and here you'll see my do-it-yourself Herbie in action. I have 2 intakes, so what I did is I just took a piece of PVC pipe and just put it in one, and you can hear the MP40 with their rhythmic setting that I have it on. And here you see the water is just flowing into the 1 standpipe. You know, it's making a little bit of noise, but I'm okay with this. You should have heard it before. Well, you've heard it before. You can see that it looks like there's a really good flow going in there. And then there's the other one that is just you know, there's no standpipe on it, so that would be your full siphon, and then this would be our emergency or your partial siphon. So you can hear it's a lot quieter than it used to be. There's some of the petite that I put up here. I need to trim the zip tie, yes I know. And that's about it. So the fish should be plenty pushed around by now. So let me focus on them for a minute or two as I babbled 5.5 minutes away. They're looking really good though. Getting fat and healthy. You can see, unfortunately, the pencils, I think I'm down about 12 or 15 now, but they are such nice fish. But the cardinals are holding up really well. I don't see any losses. They look like about the same I had as the rummies. They're a really nice school. Some of those are a really nice size now. I really like those fish. Probably why I have them. Here's one of the Cocatodes. There's a nice shot of a bunch of cardinals against the tree. So you can see the CO2 mist going by, so it's at the full max photo period. You know, CO2 is obviously on with all that mist. You can see a really nice swaying movement of the plants due to the MP40. I have it on like one of those lagoon modes or something like that. It's really nice though, I like it. You see, it gives the plants a good sway, but the fish don't seem like they're plastered against the wall or anything like that. So it's a total non-issue, I think. You can see some really nice sway from the job end of that. And yeah, I removed all the stuff from the trees, the mosses and whatnot, so I can try and get all that BBA off it and clean it up and start afresh and go from there. Alright folks, I'll show you the surface ripple I have going on. So that's coming from the MP40 and the one main sump pump outlet. And as we go right to left, try and keep the entire tank in view, which I can just do. So it's not overpowering, but you know, it breaks the surface. Here's the other outlet. You know, the water's nice and crystal clear. I'm always happy about that, minus the mist. There's our boy Frodo. He's had a tough day today. And this is brother Sammy, another hard worker today. I'll try and show you the back view. This is really where a bigger apartment house would be great. So I had a little bit more room back here, but the next place I move to will. But you can just, I hope you get some sort of idea of just how nice it is to enjoy a 360 view and not wonder, oh man, I wonder what the fish are doing in the back there. Or to get back here and clean and whatnot. I mean, the access is just, you just can't say enough about it. I mean, you know, 30 inches, but it's, you know, I mean, we've all had a tank against the wall, and we know what it's like to try and get back there. What a joke. So here you can see the CPR. It's pretty quiet. And we're right up against the lights. You don't hear anything coming from them. I turned the ceiling fan off as well. So I'll just sit down here in the couch where I normally do, and this is what I see and hear. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry to babble on like this. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Adios.